Merry Christmas, brothers! Despite of everyone is decorating their trees and everyone is preparing their gifts, I wanted to talk about something that had been on my freaking soul today and throughout the recent days. Brothers and sisters, here comes the question: is nofap and indeed semen retention a blessing or a curse? Does nofap and semen retention has a higher benefit than it has more downsides? And let me extend on this, because if you're watching anyone who is on this journey, or if you're reading any kind of or consuming any kind of content from people who are on this journey, and if you're curious about this, or if you yourself already have some experiences with this journey, you might be thinking that this thing is all about the good things. This thing is all about upsides only, everything is perfect, everything is good, everything is nice, everything is fine. When I will be on semen retention, like, all of my problems will be solved, I will be this superhuman. Indeed, brothers, indeed. But, and here comes a huge thing. Because you are on this journey, by definition, you will have a higher energy level. And you might be asking, how can that be bad? Like, I will have more energy. Like, that's what every single human being wants. Have more energy to work, have more energy to put inside my craft, have more energy to be more productive, and so on and so forth. But hear me out, brothers. What if you have so much energy that you cannot control and cannot put into anything, so you're just like rushing from here to there, like here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there. Because you just simply cannot channel that. And so you're ending up with waking up with such a huge energy that you really do not know what to do with that. And you start to think, and you're just like, you get another idea, and you're just jumping on the other thing. And you're just jumping on the other thing because you're thinking that you're a superhuman. And you're just rushing through all those damn activities, thinking and feeling that you're busy, and thinking and feeling that you're actually living out your masculine core. But by the end of the day, you're just wasting your energies. And by the end of the day, you will collapse being frustrated. Or another thing, which is even worse, if you cannot really find a channel for that, then it will turn into such a huge resentment that it is unbelievable. It is almost unhuman. Brothers and sisters, believe me or not, the actual reason for me coming out on Christmas, on Saints' Day, excuse me for not knowing the exact name of the day in English, but on the 24th, and instead of me being at home preparing my gifts and, you know, having this chatter and this good time with my family, I have to come out because I just simply have such a huge resentment, or it is getting back, but I just had such a huge resentment inside of myself against the whole holidays and against the whole world. I just really felt like an animal. I'll be honest with you. I just really felt like an animal who just simply wants to get out in the wild and wants to be a freaking beast and hunt. You know, it's like, go out there and hunt gazelles or something like that. Go out there and, you know, like, kill animals or something like that. And so with that, I couldn't really tell a kind word to my mom, and I couldn't really associate with anything during these holidays. And so my channel, what I'm finding over here is that, man, I have to come out here and I have to push the shit out of myself every single God-given day, because if I'm not doing that, then I'll just have this huge energy, which there are two variants. The very first one, I'm jumping on the very first thought which I have in the morning, which will end up that I will starting 2 businesses and 3 musical pieces every single day, which is, we do not need to talk about this zero progress, idea number 1, or idea number 2, I'll be the most resentful, worst person on this human, on this earth, like the worst person, the person you definitely do not want to talk with. And so I do not want to be that either. So what I have to do is to just simply come out here and channel these freaking energies into sports and do something with that. Because today, like, what can I do? I cannot work. I cannot start making my calls in my business. It's freaking Christmas, you know. I must do something with these energies. And so, brothers and sisters, this is a two-edged sword, and I'm talking a lot about this topic over here, but you have to understand this. It is responsibility. If you're taking on this journey, then you will have to encounter the actual facts that it will come with a huge damn downside of you will have the surplus amount of energy, and if you're not to handle that energy is fucking destroying you, like literally fucking destroying you. Either will turn you to the worst freaking person on this planet Earth. This is idea number one. Or you will become like an ADHD, like super ADHD, like new activity, this. Or there's another one. You'll be oversleeping because you are afraid to do something, because you are afraid of these energies. So brothers and sisters, this is freaking responsibility. But on the other hand, we'll also have to understand that there comes huge benefits too, because with this energy, I swear to you that you can move mountains, brothers. You can move mountains. And you can do things that you yourself didn't really think that are possible. And in my personal life, it had been manifested on level of sports, because perhaps this is one of the most this has one of the most seeable, if you will so, outcome. So for example, I'm waking up with obvious damn muscle ache. I'm waking up with obvious damn 0 calories in my body. I'm waking up with obviously one of the worst blueness in my life, and I'm still getting something done which is considered definitely not inside my normal level of effort or producement, if you will. So what I want to say in English, that normally I would have been just simply dying because of that, but no, I'm not dying because of that, because I can go through that. And I didn't go as far as running an ultra marathon or something like that, or like this type of achievement. But for me, as kind of a beginner, I'm in my early 20s still, it is a huge thing. Because, you know, I remember on this field when I was in my teens, I was shaking when the PE classes came and we had to run 3 freaking rounds over here. And I do swear to you that I've been soul crashed because of those classes, because I've been so afraid, and I've been so crashed because I couldn't run that thing. And now I'm starting my days with 10 rounds just to warm fucking up, bro. That's like, for me, it's like, and also on the level of discipline, also on the level of business, also on the level of, I do not want to lean into that, but the point is that you can really build mountains, bro. You can really move mountains with this thing, brothers. You can really and honestly go through anything with this. Because nowadays I do feel that if I'm deciding something, that fucking thing will get done, brother. That thing will get done. It's like no excuses, brother. Like 0 excuses. And I'm in on that every single level. So nowadays I'm not thinking about whether this new process in my business could be built, or but can we switch to this new model or not. It's like, how can we switch to that, and how much will that take? The same thing on my personal level. It's not like, can I read those books? It's like, how can I implement that into my days? So brothers and sisters, I just wanted to talk about the downsides too, because you believe me or not, this is a huge responsibility. And bless everyone who dares to take on this journey, because this is not an easy thing. And all the people who are cynical about this, try this shit out, bro. Just for 30 days. Don't do a year. Don't do 2 years. Just for 30 days. Just try this out. Love. Merry Christmas.